with more children using the internet and technology more frequently every day as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and in ways they never have used these tools before. The issue of their safety online has become even more critical. Safer Internet Day was held this week on Monday under the theme Together for a Better Internet. To talk to us more about what targeted interventions are necessary to keep children safe as they navigate the new normal online, we're now joined by Senior Analyst, Government Affairs and Public Policy at Google Africa, Yolanda Mlonzi. A very good afternoon to you, ma'am. Thank you so very much for being with us here on SABC News.
Thank you so much, Flo, and thanks for having us today.
I must say, this is a topic very close to my heart as a mom. It's obvious that COVID-19 has sort of changed or altered the way that children, parents, families are using the internet. Talk to us about the trends and what you've picked up, what you've seen.
Yes, I'm so glad that you said this topic is dear to you, because I honestly feel like it should be dear to all of us. And COVID-19 has definitely shifted the way we work, we learn, and we even socialize. Some of us are socializing online. In terms of trends that we're seeing that, first of all, because of the pandemic, over 300 million people started using the internet for the first time in the last 12 months. And the same number goes for first-time social media users. And what we're seeing as well when it comes to online safety specifically is that users or children really battle with cyberbullying as one of the key threats that really are prevalent online, accessing inappropriate content, which makes Safer Internet Day such an important day for us to raise awareness about online safety and ways in which children can be safer online.
Yeah. You know, when you're talking about safety in particular, I'd like to talk to this inappropriate content. You know, sometimes, you know, your child will be busy on the computer. You're also having to be online doing your own work. So you can't at every second monitor what's happening. It can happen that they miss a word or they mispronounce or they misspell a word and the wrong content actually pops up, say on a Google search, for example. Are there ways in which Google is able to prohibit this or stop this from happening in a case where you do understand what the child is trying to look for, but that particular search gives them the wrong kind of content? And I hope I'm making sense here.
You're making a lot of sense, and I think this is something that parents really struggle with. As a result, as Google, we've committed to training parents on online safety specifically. One of the ways that parents can try and sort of help their children be safer online is through a suite of our products. So one product that I'd like to share with you is the Family Link app. This app allows you as the parent to monitor the way your child uses the internet, the types of apps that they have, how much time they spend online. Tied to this link is another app called the Digital Wellbeing App. Now, this app is really great because it allows you to have critical conversations with your children about healthy digital habits. So as you know, this goes for children as well as us. Sometimes we spend way too much time on social media or online. So this Digital Wellbeing App allows you and gives you the tools to have critical conversations. Another app that we've really invested in as Google is YouTube for Kids. So to your point, you know, your child goes on YouTube and they want to watch, I don't know, Baby Shark, and they type in something else and something pops up. Yeah. Now, if you've got YouTube for Kids, this app safeguards that and literally doesn't allow content which would not be suitable for viewers over the age of 13. So I think it's an education process of us, of course, educating parents about the tools available. And that is why, you know, Safer Internet Day is so important, so that we can share the apps that are available for parents.
Yeah, and what has, you know, all of this meant for Google as a company? I'm assuming this means more work for you in terms of having to safeguard, given the fact that you now have more children, more young people, more learners online every day than what you would typically be sort of used to. Has this changed the way in which you operate, you know, as a business, as Google Africa?
So I think when it comes to Google, online safety has always been a priority for us. So when COVID-19 came and we saw an upsurge, we weren't unprepared. So, for example, we've been running a digital literacy program in South Africa called Web Rangers for over 4 years now. And this program invites, 12-year-olds up to 18-year-olds, and it teaches them about online safety. It runs across South Africa. In addition to that, we also believe that, children should be learning about online safety as part of life orientation. Yeah. So last year, we embarked on a partnership with the Western Cape Education Department to integrate online safety content in the life orientation subject. Currently, we are trying to see how we can scale this at a national level so that more children can learn about this. And over and above that, in terms of our tools and processes, as I mentioned, the previous tools, those tools have been around, even before COVID-19. But I think the work that COVID-19 has brought us is just more awareness raising and training for learners as well as parents.
Yeah. All right. And just in terms of bullying, I mean, you're talking about cyberbullying, which is really actually very important. The children do get to that age where they start to bully each other. And it has turned out that, I would have thought one-on-one physical sort of bullying is worse, but it's looking as though, social media and internet bullying is actually worse. And, I've heard reports in the US of, teenagers going as far as committing suicide because of internet cyberbullying or social media cyberbullying. Beyond the initiatives that you speak of that Google has implemented, I mean, maybe perhaps you have advice or tools for parents of how much further we can take it to ensure that our children stay safe online and away from this cyberbullying. We obviously can't prevent it because they have these chat groups and chat rooms and whatever else that they have. But what more perhaps can we as parents do?
So I think, Flo, what's important is that parents actually need to engage their children on the usage of cell phones, devices, the internet. So one thing that I know is that, sometimes you see a parent, they give a child a tablet just to pacify them and leave it there.
Yeah.
Now, by you giving the child a tablet and pacifying them, you're not having a conversation on how they should be acting online and what they should be doing and not doing. So as much as you have, rules for home engagement at school, I think it's important to have those conversations when it comes to the online space as well. Now, at Google, we've also invested in sort of sharing with parents a program called Be Internet Awesome. Now, this program really tries to, get kids to be smart. To be smart online, but most importantly, to be kind. So I honestly, I think for me, when it comes to cyberbullying, having those conversations about, how to be responsible online, but also how to report cyberbullying activities online. So, for example, as much as you would tell your child to, not engage in violence acts at school, social media has a lot of tools where you can report a post that looks as if it's bullying someone else. So for me, honestly, it's about having these conversations and not just using devices as pacifiers, but more about, resources that children are using, but they need to use safely.
All right, Yolanda, great pleasure talking to you. Thank you so very much for being with us here on SABC News this afternoon.